Hi yogis, welcome to Yoga with Sydney. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited for our workout today. Today's class is all about our bum. So we're gonna sculpt a nice bum and I hope you like it. Alright guys, so we're gonna start at the top of the mat. So just standing with your big toes together and your heels slightly apart. Turn your palms to face forward, open up the heart, and begin your Ujjayi breathing. So breathing in through the nose, creating that slight whisper sound as you slightly constrict the base of the throat to draw the breath in. And exhaling through the nose, creating that ocean sounding breath, or it's kind of like you're fogging a mirror, but you're making that sound with your mouth closed. So just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And we'll take the arms to the sky, inhale, and then exhale, hands come down through center. Let's bow all the way forward and reach down for the earth. So if your hands don't touch the floor, just bend your knees, or if you happen to have a block, you can put your hands on a block. And just forward fold here, relax your neck, gaze at your belly button, and breathe into your back. Inhale, and exhale, emptying the lungs completely. And from here, we'll bring the hands to the earth and step back into plank pose so that your shoulders are over your wrists. Lift up through the breastbone, firm the front of the legs, shift forward on your toes so that the shoulders come toward the fingertips. Stay here or drop your knees to modify. Slowly lower chest, same time as hips. Untuck those toes, inhale, cobra pose. Draw the shoulders down and back. Keep the elbows slightly bent here and just open up the heart. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Push back up onto your knees and sink your hips toward your heels for child's pose. Lengthening out that low back and continue your Ujjayi breath. So you're breathing into your upper back. Inhale, expand the back of the rib cage. Exhale all of the air out. Come forward and move into downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide and lift the hips up to the sky. Find this upside down V position with your body. Draw your belly button toward your spine and gaze at a point on the earth between your feet. Now if your back is round, just bend your knees here. Your knees don't have to be straight. You can have bent knees. That helps you get a flatter back. Breathe into your back, inhale, and exhale, empty the lungs. Rise high onto your toes, gaze forward, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, jump or step to the top of the mat. Feet together, inhale, halfway lift, come up onto the fingertips. Put your hands on your shins and open up your heart. And then exhale, forward fold, gazing at the belly button. From here, drop your hips nice and low, sink down into chair pose. Inhale, the arms come up for Utkatasana. Biceps are by the ears or the arms are out in front of you. Shift the weight back into the heels. Draw the lower belly in and exhale, sink nice and low. One more breath, drop those hips down. Good, and then inhale, stand up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands come down through center and we bow forward again, gazing at the belly button. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant the hands and step back again, or this time you can jump, gazing forward, plant the hands, and jump back, landing in chaturanga. Hover off the floor or come to your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. You're doing upward facing dog. Push into those hands and lift the thighs off the earth. And then exhale, use your abdominal muscles to lift your hips back up to the sky for a downward facing dog. Lift your shoulders away from your ears, create space for your neck. And continue your Ujjayi breath here. Inhale, exhale, empty the lungs. Rise high onto the toes, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, step or jump to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sweep the floor. Inhale, arms rise. Again, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Shift back back into those heels. You want to be able to see your toes if you look down at the earth. Keeping the breath going, keeping the mind calm. One more breath, drop those hips low. And then inhale, rise up, lift the heart. Exhale, bow forward again, reach down for the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back to plank or jump back to chaturanga. Exhale, elbows bend straight back. They stay close to the body. Inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, lift the hips back to the sky for downward facing dog. Inhale into the back of the ribcage. And exhale all of the air out, cleansing the body, purifying the body, purifying the mind as we bring our attention to our breath. Exhale, letting go of anything that we no longer need. And then from here, one more time, rise high onto the toes, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, step or jump to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, drop the hips nice and low. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Relax the shoulders. Draw the belly button in toward the spine. Engage that lower abdominal area. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor muscles are engaged. One more breath, drop those hips. Inhale, stand up, lift the heart, and exhale, bowing forward again. Inhale, open the heart, look forward. Exhale, step back or jump back to chaturanga. So moving energy through the body. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe into your back, and exhale all of the air out. Bring your feet together, take the right leg to the sky. Lift it nice and high, look forward. And we're gonna step that right foot between the hands. Now spin the back heel down. Take your arms all the way up to warrior two. Gazing out over the right middle finger. Relaxing the shoulders. Back toes are angled slightly forward. And we're sinking nice and low into that right knee. Turn the right palm to the sky, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Breathe into that right side body. And then exhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. So right elbow goes to the right thigh, left arm extends forward. On a diagonal, spin the heart open toward the sky. Maybe the right hand, fingers can go to the earth. Keep the breath going. We're gonna rise back up and reverse your warrior. Inhale into that right side again. And exhale again, same thing. Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Really reach that left arm forward. Spin the heart open toward the sky. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. One more time. Rise back up, reverse inhale. And then exhale, last time, Parsvakonasana. This time we're gonna wrap the top arm back for a bind. Stay in this half bind or slide the right arm underneath and clasp the hands behind you. Again, turn the heart toward the sky. Tuck the chin, look over the left shoulder or look down at the earth if your neck is tired. Take one more breath here. Release and rise back up. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, the hands go down to the earth. Drop the back knee down. Pull back and let's stretch behind that right leg. So we'll get a nice little rest, a nice little hamstring stretch here as you pull back on that right hip. Draw the belly button in toward the spine and lengthen over that right leg. Reaching the toes toward the earth. Feels so good to stretch the ankle and the top of the foot. Keeping the breath going to help open up the body, warm the body with the breath. And then we'll transfer all of the weight forward into that right leg. Lift the back leg up, standing splits. Gazing at the right shin. We're gonna bend both knees and drop the left knee behind the right as we drop our hips. And then extend that left leg to the sky. So drop it down and lift back up. So if you have a block, you can put your hands on a block if you're having trouble reaching the floor. Or you don't have to straighten your right leg all the way, but really try to straighten that left leg. So lifting it nice and high toward the sky, dropping the hips nice and low. 2 more more time. Bend that right knee and extend that left leg one more time. Bend and lift it up. We're gonna step it back, drop the left knee down to the earth, and take that right leg up like this. And then from here, drop it down and then back up. So we're on that left knee. If this hurts your left knee, you can always put a towel under your knee if you have one, or you can fold your mat in half and rest that left knee on the mat. And then lean into the right hand and keep those abdominal muscles engaged. You can test your balance and see if maybe you can lift the left hand off the floor. Ooh, resist going down, resist going up. Ooh, these are hard. So good for the bum. Let's do a couple more. Keep lifting up through the breastbone. Don't drop your head. Make sure you're looking about where your fingertips are. So you don't want to pull on your neck by looking down at your belly button. Last one, keep that knee lifted and do little circles here. Go around and around and around. Trying not to let the hips wiggle around too much. Really stabilize your body here. Last one, go the opposite direction. Circle around and around and around. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now just little lifts. Up, up, up. Small movement. Lift that knee nice and high. Bring that right heel close to your bum. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Rest in child's pose. Sink your hips toward your heels. Maybe rock back and forth. We'll do a nice hip stretch, I promise. But let's do the left leg first. So we're going to come into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up toward the sky. And lift the shoulders away from the ears. Create space for your neck. Draw the lower belly in, draw the lower ribs in. Breathe into your back. And let's bring the feet together. Take the left leg to the sky, lift it nice and high. Look forward and step that left foot between the hands. So try to inch it up there. If it doesn't make it the first time, spin the back heel down. Come all the way up, warrior 2. Virabhadrasana B. We're gazing out over the left middle finger. That's our drishti, our gazing point. Make sure that that left knee is over the left ankle, not way over those toes. That's gonna put a lot of stress on your knee. So make sure you've got a nice wide distance between the feet. Engage those lower abdominal muscles. And we'll reverse the warrior. Flip the left palm to the sky. Reach up and back and breathe into that left side body. Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Left elbow goes to the left thigh. Right arm extends overhead. And we're spinning the heart open toward the sky. Keep the breath going. If you can reach the floor, maybe the left fingertips go on the floor. If you have a block, you can use it. And then we'll rise back up and reverse again. So we're going to do it 3 times. Inhale into that left side. Exhale. Here's the second time. Reach overhead. Find that length in the right side of the body, that diagonal line from the base of the right foot out through the right fingertips. And again, rise back up, reverse, breathe into that left side. Last time, reaching over, this time with the bind. Wrapping that right arm back to open up the shoulder. Stay in the half bind, or take the left arm underneath and we clasp the hands behind the back. Again, turn the heart toward the sky. If your heart is collapsing toward the earth, then just stay in the half bind. Tuck the chin, look over the right shoulder, or look down at the floor. Last breath here. And then rise back up, reverse, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Drop the back knee, and we'll rest here by stretching out that left hamstring. So pull back on the left hip. Find that stretch behind the left knee. Pull back on the toes, or you can reach your toes toward the earth and stretch that ankle and the top of the foot, all those tendons and muscles in the top of the foot and the ankle. Keep using your breath to open up your body. Inhale. And slowly exhale. So the breath is such an important part of yoga. Without the breath, we really can't call it yoga. It's just a bunch of stretches. right? So the breath is creating that connection, that balance in the body, that balance in the mind. I'm going to shift all the way forward into that front leg. For standing splits, take that right leg to the sky. And then from here, we bend both knees, drop that right knee behind the left, and then extend that right leg up. Bend, drop your hips, and extend. So bend the left knee as low as you can. Drop your hips as low as you can. And then really try to lengthen that right leg. And squeeze the right glute as you take that right leg up. So this is working both of your legs, not just the standing leg. So really reach through those right toes. Keep your belly button drawn in. Keep those lower abdominal muscles engaged. Let's do a couple more bent and extend. 2 more. Bend and extend. Last one. Whew. Step it all the way back. Drop the back knee. And then take that left leg up. Knee is bent and bring it down and back up. So now I really want you to lean into that left hand. That will help your right hip not get so tired if you don't have a lot of weight in that right hand. Now resist going down and resist going up. You can make this really hard by adding that resistance. Pretend like you have a 50-pound weight attached to your left hamstring. Whew. And last one, hold that knee up there and circle it around and around. Now try to really stabilize your body, so don't let those hips wiggle around too much. And last one, go the opposite direction. Stabilize using those abdominal muscles. Don't drop your head, looking about where the fingertips are. And last one, I'll just little lifts. Up, up, up. Keep lifting through the heart. Try not to let that low back drop. So really lift up through the abdominal muscles. Bring that left heel a little closer to the body. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring it down and sink your hips down for child's pose. Rock back and forth. Child's pose, you can have your knees together or your knees wide apart. Whatever feels most comfortable on your body. But your big toes should be together and your heels are slightly apart. Let's do some hip stretching. So we're going to come back into downward facing dog. And take that right leg to the sky for pigeon. Bring your shin across your body. So that right knee is going to go toward the right front corner of your mat. It's slightly outside of your right hip. Now if your hip is way off the floor, you can put a block or a pillow underneath your right hip to make it a bit more comfortable. And then slowly lower all the way down. Now if this isn't working for your right hip or your knee, I'll show you pigeon on your back, which you can do as an alternative option. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And stay here, or thread that right arm between the legs. Grab onto the left hamstring or the left shin if you can reach. So either pigeon on your back or sleeping pigeon. Both are wonderful for opening up the hip and the hamstring, which will relieve a lot of tension in that lower back. So just close your eyes and bring your attention back to your breath. Slowly inhale. And slowly exhaling, emptying the lungs. We tend to hold on to a lot of emotions in the body, but the hips are especially a place where we tend to hold on to emotions from the past or relationships. So whatever comes up, just allow it to be there, and then exhale and let go of anything that you no longer need. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. If you're on your back, just hug your knees into your chest. If you're here, rise up into swan, or if you can reach, you can bend your back knee and reach back with your left hand for king pigeon. Now yoga should be good for your body and it should feel good. So if this is hurting, then just back off. And we're gonna step back into a downward facing dog. And then we'll do the other side. So take that left leg to the sky and bring your shin across your body. Left knee is gonna be slightly outside of the left hip, pointing to the front left corner of your mat. Slowly start to lower all the way down, resting the forehead on the mat around the backs of the hands. So there's no tension in the neck or the shoulders. If you're doing this on your back instead, you're just crossing that left ankle on top of the right thigh, staying here, or threading that left arm between the legs and grabbing the right hamstring or the right shin if you can reach. Wherever you are, bring your attention back to your breath. Create that ocean sounding breath as you slowly inhale and slowly exhale. There's a slight constriction in the base of the throat, which creates this whisper sound, or it's like hissing sound. As you slowly draw the breath in, kind of like you're breathing in and out through the base of the throat. And slowly exhaling. This breath is very cleansing for the mind and the body. And it allows the body to open up safely. It builds this internal heat for the body. And take one more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rise up onto your hands. Open up your heart. If you're on your back, just hug your knees into your chest. Stay here in swan or bend that back knee for king pigeon. Reach back with the right hand and stretch that right quadricep. We're going to slide onto the left hip, swing the right leg around, and then from here, let's just rock onto the back. Hug your knees into your chest and rock out that low back, rocking side to side. We're going to do a little bit more seat work here on our back. Bring your feet down to the earth. Feet are hip width distance apart. And we're going to push into the feet and lift the hips up, squeezing the bum, and then drop it back down. So push up and squeeze, and then back down. Push up and lift, and back down. Now I don't want you to feel this in your low back. So if that's happening, you're probably coming up too high. You're just lifting the hips and the low back off the floor, pushing the upper and middle back into the earth, drawing the belly button toward the spine. You're not arching your back. Draw those lower ribs in. Push up, lift, and down. Now from here, maybe move the knees together as you lift, and then open the knees wide as you drop back down. If this bothers your knee at all, then just stay with your feet hip width distance apart. You can also lift your toes off of the floor so that you're just on your heels. And again, if this bothers your knee or your ankles, then just keep your toes down on the floor. Drop it down, push up, squeeze. Really over-exaggerate this movement here. Nice big movement. Don't actually touch your bum to the floor. Almost to the floor, but not quite. Push up, squeeze, and down. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Knees wide apart, little lifts. Up, up, up. Whew. Keep pulling the belly button in toward the spine. Relax your neck and shoulders. Keep it going. Knees are nice and wide. Now we're just going to push together again and down. Push together, squeeze, and drop it down toward the earth. As your knees open, hips go down. As your knees come together, hips go up. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Drop your hips down. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock out that low back. Let's take happy baby pose. So we're going to grab the shins. Pull the knees wide apart. If you can reach the soles of your feet, grab the soles of your feet and pull your knees wide apart, and then rock side to side, pressing that low back into the earth. Come back to your Ujjayi breath here, breathing through the nose. And draw your knees to your chest one more time. And then from here, gently rock yourself up to sitting. I'm so glad that you joined me for this practice. I hope your bum feels nice and lifted, and I hope to see you again soon.